I believe sometimes you just have to laugh and continue on your merry way. When I spoke about the radar in Tobago being used in any war with Venezuela, some people got angry. When I talked about the missile that attacked a vessel in the Caribbean Sea being guided by the radar in Tobago, other people said that was a lie. Well, the US Mass Communication Specialist radio announcement has confirmed that the radar installed by the US military forces in Trinidad and Tobago is indeed a radar that officials say can be used in the US conflict with Venezuela. That makes the ANR Robinson Airport in Tobago a legitimate target of war. The information was conveyed by U.S. mass communication specialist, second class Natasha Chavez-Lazura, who recently shared details of the Tobago radar installation to naval officers through their radio station AFNU Guantanamo Bay. So there's a radio station there at their base in Guantanamo. She spoke about it. Radio GTMO is the U.S. military radio station at Guantanamo Bay, at the naval base, like I said, in Cuba. It is operated locally by mass communication and interior communication electrician sailors of the US Navy. So when it comes from that, you know what that means. Now, the station serves as American service personnel and their families are based at the radio station. That's what they listen to most of the time. So Losada in the radio clip cited by the US Department of War contact says American military forces have installed an ANTPS ATG-ATOR system in Trinidad and Tobago. He said the surveillance system primarily functions as aerial surveillance, but officials say it can be used in U.S. conflict with Venezuela. She also added that Tobago is 70 miles from Venezuela's Para Peninsula. So now the manufacturer, Northrop Grumman, said that the system is able to court, detect, track, and target the world's most sophisticated airborne threats and highly contested environments. End of quote. Now, that's a significant thing right there. So when I spoke to you about the discussion in the US on the Don Lemon show, where they had mentioned that the missile fired at the vessel was guided by the radar in Tobago, people didn't listen to what the guy was saying. They didn't listen to what I was saying. They run with a headline. But we will understand in time to come, as the song says, in time to come. Lasada continued, the system has a 360-degree maximum range of approximately 170 miles per air surveillance and tracking. She added Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Kamla Prasad Bisesa, said of the installation court, they will help us to improve our surveillance in the intelligence of the radar for the narco traffickers in our waters and outside our waters. End of court. Right? The defense minister, Wayne Storch, didn't immediately reply to the Guardian media query yesterday on what the US statement said. Of course, they're not going to reply to that, including that the radar can be used in US conflict with Venezuela. Nor did Storch reply on how long the US Marines who are in Tobago are staying, and if this is likely to be until mid February 2026. Nobody's responding. In November, of course, the US federal administration notified operators between Puerto Rico and the Southern Caribbean to exercise extreme caution from then until February 16, 2026, due to increased state aircraft in that area. Now, I remember doing this video and I talked about early before they even came out with this NOTAM. And I remember doing this video to say that the airspace would be closed from sometime in November. And everybody got angry. They said I was lying, and then it comes to fruition. I just sit back and relax and watch all these things happen in real time for people who don't understand what they're being governed by. So that's fine. Now, PNM's Young says that the lack of information to citizens on radar, refinery, and other things is just crazy. The Opposition People's National Movement MP Stuart Young. He was speaking about the lack of government information on various issues. And he said that, I think he said that the Prime Minister and her two ministers of national security have continuously disrespected the citizens by refusing to provide them with necessary information or meaningful information related to or for the foreign assets on Tobago soil or Trinidad and Tobago soil. Listen, guys, I just keep bringing whatever comes up for you. I'm just letting you know that ANR Robinson Airport now would be a legitimate target in any war because that's where a military installation is for the US. I'm gone. You guys have a great day. You hear me?